And we're back. Ish. Yeah, no, we're back. It's 2:30. We need bunches of stone. And we need to grab. Oops. We need to grab wood from the farmhouse. Excuse me. It's 3 o'clock. We gotta find some relatively nearby stone so we can make some more concrete. Actually, I think I'll go ahead and grab the wood that we collected. I think there's probably some stone right down here. Wouldn't be the worst idea to go get sand, but I don't think we have time today. Oh yeah, look at all these boulders. exactly bowled over. Excuse me again. Not exactly bowled over by the amount of stone we're getting. Guess it would help if I didn't destroy a lot of it. Like that. $430. 5 o'clock. Doing all right. Six o'clock. 7 o'clock. How are we looking? There we go. Much better. Much better. 8 o'clock, we gotta go. Hey, good morning, Jay. How's it going, buddy? Yeah, you working? They got you on those overnights, huh? I'm pretty good. When I finished streaming yesterday, I watched a football game and then fell asleep towards the end of that, and just got up a little while ago, actually. Gotcha, gotcha. I worked a job once where it was a freelance thing, and I didn't have to do it for very long. And oh wrong tool. And I was doing overnights for, I don't know, like about 3 months, I think. And it's not bad. I mean, once you get used to it. I think I'm good for about 6 weeks of that, though. Like, it kind of takes its toll after a while, it seems. Coming home and drinking a beer at 8 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I slept last night. I've been sleeping really early, like in the evenings, and getting up about, 4 or 5 a.m. kind of thing. Recently, for the last couple weeks, I don't know what my deal is. Yeah, I'd come home and have a beer, screw around online, play a game or something, and my roommate would be getting up, having coffee, just completely grossed out that I was drinking beer at that hour. It's kind of funny, really. I'm just kind of looking for anything stone I can snipe while we've got this last bit of daylight left. You can get a little bit of stone from cinder blocks. I guess I could whack pavement. You can get stone from that. It's like I'm finding it hard to believe I just dug that whole thing under my base. And I'm completely out of stone. Oh, shit. Ow! Who's beating on me? I opened a can of worms right here. Shouldn't have gotten near these POIs. Cause I gotta go. They're gonna like start running soon. I'm just gonna leave these corpses. Wow. I don't know. They're just two, and I've got a few minutes. There's more coming though. I guess I better go. I hate leaving corpses laying around. I don't think that attracts more zombies. I've heard it both ways. I know animal corpses definitely do. But I'm gonna go in. Yeah, I know, right? Like it's crazy. Well, I put it all into concrete. You need like you need like each. Well, here I'll show you. Hold on a second. And I can't wait to finish getting this place built because I badly need a reorganization. Badly. So each concrete mix, basically you need 10 concrete to upgrade cobblestone to concrete, and then you need another 10 if I have that exactly right. I just do it. But you need another 10 to upgrade it to reinforced concrete, right? So each concrete is 1 cement, 2 stone, 1 crushed sand. Well, each cement, where is it? It's 5 stone. So you're looking at 7 stone per concrete, and another one if you convert stone to sand, because you need sand for that too. So it goes quick. Plus I was building out the whole basement thing. So I think what I'm going to do, to cut to the chase, I think tomorrow I'm going to go dig sand again. I was kind of hoping I would get enough stone to be able to avoid having to go dig sand again, but it's kind of counterproductive to keep turning stone into sand when I need stone. You know what I mean? So, but I'm getting towards the end of what I need concrete for over here too. Like it's getting there. And I think I'll be able to finish. I've got enough on me now. I think I'll be able to finish building out the bottom, the basement, or whatever you want to call that. The production area, which I'm gonna go do now. Wait, what's my food situation? I need to eat. Yes. I'm just ready to get. Like there's other stuff I need to do. Like I need a bunch of mechanical parts. I need a bunch of leather. I need wrenches. I really need to go looting. But I don't want to like start building out and doing putting storage, especially, and I need to reorganize also. I got all those drops everywhere. But I don't want to do all that until I've got that bottom part like completely built. Maybe not the. Oh sh. What am I? What? Stop. Um. Maybe not the ladder, because that's gonna take a while. But that'll give me something to do at night. And I need to finish off spam crafting, so I can make uh, top end tools. My pickaxe is taking a beating from being repaired so much. And all my other tools are still iron. I want to make, see if I can see. I'm not sure, like, because I think the top you can make is 500 when you've got the skills maxed, and then you make a bunch and combine them in the workbench. So I want to see if I can make 600 quality tools, and then do the same thing with the spiked club and I guess a bow too. Yeah, you can make them, but you need other stuff. I forget what the recipe is. But yeah, they're kind of a pain. Although there's a gas station in the south part of town, and you can generally get a lot in there. The what you call it? The gas pumps tend to have a lot of them. Those desk chairs, the leather desk chairs, they tend to have a lot of them. Shopping carts have a lot of them. Yeah, 600 is the top quality of everything in the game, like as far as like that quality number goes. And I think 500 is the top you can make. So you use the workbench to combine, items until you get it to 600. So, but it's coming together. I've actually got to pause this for a second. I got to run to the gentleman's room. Yeah, file cabinets are bad, but I don't like doing file cabinets if there's someplace I'm going to go back to, because you can get schematics in those. But I guess eventually, if you've got all this, pretty much most of the schematics you've been looking for, you know, you can start whacking them, because it doesn't really matter at that point. But I don't know. I try to. It's probably silly. I just try to, be strategic about this stuff. But anyway, I'll be right back. I just got to run to the can real fast. And I'm back. Hey Steve, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the channel. So I pretty much got all this dug out. I managed to, where the ceiling in this is going to go, I think it was right over here, was that soft spot. It, like, we got through it and it didn't chunk out again. So I was able to pull that support out and everything looks good. I kind of thought about going up another floor just to have the space to store stuff and everything, but I think between having, you know, 4-block high ceilings on the bottom of this, plus the basement of the horde base above, plus whatever we can fit in here on the second floor, I think we'll have enough room for storage. I'm gonna put a water source down here though. That's when I want to get the walls done down here overnight tonight, and then and finish the ceiling, and then I'm gonna like build that and get that done, and then once that's done and all the walls are complete, I'm gonna consider this whole deal completed down here and start laying it out, start figuring out where we're gonna put everything. And then from here on out during the night, I will work on the stairwell down, and I'll get some stone and iron from that, so that'll be handy. That's gonna be fun though. It's gonna be like sitting in a 1x1 space, like building a ladder essentially. It's I would love to invite you, Steve, but this is a local game. I did a local game to be safe because the multiplayer games are kind of unstable, and I forgot my frames again. I was, you know what? I'm gonna go get them because I didn't last time, and I need to use those. I don't really need them for. This is another reason I gotta get the ladder done in here. But yeah, single player games tend to be a bit more stable. They don't crash as much as multiplayer games, in my experience. So since I was casting this and I want to do the full thing online, I went with a single player game. So I can't add anyone, I'm afraid. Why it does this sometimes. It's a little out of alignment. I guess I'll leave my jars too. Completely got ahead of myself. Hey, Steve, are you still there? I got a question for you. That's why I was asking. That's really funny. I swear that guy came by just by the channel just to see if he could get a game. It's like, I mean, if people legitimately want to join, I mean, I'm totally cool with that. But I've had a whole slew of people come by and be like, "Hey, can I join?" And then you tell them you're playing a single player game, they're just gone. It's like you can't think of a better way to find a freaking game than to go like bug people streaming. I mean, I don't. It's not. It's I don't. It's not a bother. It's just. I mean, what a ridiculous way to go about that, though. I kind of want to do something different in here. Yeah. I mean, I don't mind if people like, are like legitimately asking if they want to play, but if that's the only reason you go by a stream, I'm sorry, that's just ridiculous, and don't waste my time with that. It's just silly. There are like 1,000 ways to find people to play a game with. Hey, I'm gonna go on Twitch and bug people casting if I can join their game. I had this one guy that came in the stream, I don't know, sometime last week, and asked me if he could join. And I was like, no, I got a single. The same thing I just told that guy. No, I got a single player game going. But if you want to add me on, Xbox, maybe we can get something going sometime. Like for like 3 days, I'm getting random, like no message, no, hey, do you want to do something? No, none of that. Just random party invites. Like half spamming me with party invites, and it's just like while I'm sitting like watching television, it's ridiculous. Did you just like some random that wanted to join your game and then like you added him on as a friend on Xbox and he like just bugged the piss out of you? All right, I'm gonna pause this for a second because the timer's running and I can't decide what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sit here and chat with you for a minute. Okay, so my quandary here is, this. I mean, it's not so important anymore because of concrete. I don't think. I think I'm okay now because I've got concrete up there. But well, yeah, no, I think I'm good because of concrete now. I think. Yeah, they just spam you with party invites like for days, like every like 15 minutes, and it's just like, "Hello, send me a message. Are you busy? Would you like to play a game? Would you like to do something?" No, it's just here. I'll just spam you with party, and I don't know. Maybe I'm just old and grouchy, and I'm missing. I'm reading into there being some lack of decorum where there isn't, but I find that to be a bit ridiculous. Um, Oops. Anyway, so this center, 3 by 3 block, right? That's part of the structural integrity of my base, or it was uh when it was all still cobblestone. I think it's okay now with concrete. I really don't want to, find out the hard way that it's not. So I'm leaving this in place, right? I don't think I'm going to go up any further down here. So I don't really necessarily need blocks all the way to the ceiling, and I think I only need it on the corners, right? Because I don't have structural integrity here in this first block because that's the entrance to the ladder, and upstairs I don't have structural integrity on this block because that's the entrance to that ladder going up to the horde base. I guess these technically have structural integrity, but I don't really have to have them at this point. So I'm thinking about maybe putting columns up here, make it look a little different instead of all the blocky stuff. However, is that going to cut down my storage? Because this is going to be ceiling. You know what? I don't know. You know what? I'm going to do the bottoms in blocks because this back here on the back wall is going to be water. I think this whole from this 3 blocks deep. I'm gonna do water back there. So I've got a water source down here. It's probably too big, but I don't. It doesn't matter. I just need to have a place to stick a bedroll, and the rest of it's storage up here on this floor. So yeah, I got frames all the way around. But yeah, so I'm not the only one. That find a tad ridiculous. I mean, I guess you get out in these gaming communities, with Xbox Live and Twitch. You're kind of in the jungle. We're out in the wild. I'm gonna make some more. He's like harassing you when you're offline, because for all he knows, you are offline. Like, God, what a Looney Tune. Yeah, you will. You will. That's why I can't play EverQuest anymore, to be honest with you. I've gone back for like when they've launched these newer servers. You know, they do progression servers that start from with like the original game and then unlock an expansion every so often. And like over the last like 3 years, they've had new ones, and the idea is great, but like the absolute, I'm telling you, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to be insulting towards anyone or anything, but like the absolute dregs of society like play that game now, and it's like, and they're cool people too. There are a lot of like really good people playing and whatnot, but it's like the game's been figured out for 20 years, and you know, people who want to be asshats like know how to be, you know what I mean, and like and it's just it's ridiculous. They've got this like currency thing that they use to support the game, like to, you know, MMOs have a problem with, generally across the board, have a problem with, you know, real life money trades, you know, where people, you know, the farmers go in and farm, you know, whatever, gold items, whatever, and then they sell them on a third-party market, and there's really nothing the game companies can do about it, you know, except ban them if they find them in game. But it's, you know, it's really hard to do, and you know, it's just an uphill battle. And it, you know, I think I heard somewhere a while ago, I mean, that's a multi-billion-dollar industry, you know, the whole real money trade thing for, you know, MMOs. And so there, you know, it's like trying to get, I mean, it's just an uphill battle basically, and you know, companies that try to fight it, they make a good effort, but you know, there's really nothing they can do about it just because of the profits involved, you know, to make it worth the while of people who do that. You know, I mean, there are whole companies that set up shop in Asia and basically run, you know, sweatshops farming gold for, you know, massively multiplayer online games. So Daybreak, and I guess it was Sony still at the time before they dumped the company and it went off on its own and became Daybreak. But they've got this currency called Chrono, and it's actually pretty brilliant, admittedly, on the part of the company, because basically what it is a month of subscription time to the game, right, costs $15. One chrono costs like 20. I mean, it's like 19.95, but it's, you know, 20. And the only place, like, all chrono technically originate with the game company because, you know, it's an in-game item, and it can be traded in-game. It can be transferred between servers on the same account. and you can trade it to other players. And what a chrono does, if like it, you can just keep it as an item. It's just a rock, basically. It's just a stone, and you can keep it as an item, or you can redeem it for a month of playtime. So if you say farm a bunch of items in the game and trade them, or in-game platinum, which is the currency, you've got copper, silver, gold, and platinum. Platinum being the highest, so platinum's what people, the main currency. So if you trade items or currency or platinum for chrono, you can take that chrono and redeem it for a month of game time, of subscription time, which means that you can earn subscription time in the game, and that's sort of the intent of it. But because items don't decay in that game, and you can farm platinum in a variety of ways. It enters the game like any other MMO. It eventually amasses over time. And because new expansions come out, trivializing old content and old items with it, what it comes down to is chrono is the only item in the game that actually increases in value. Everything else inflates. And loses value with inflation. It's just the way it's just economically how it works out. And you can transfer these things between servers, and it's and I say it's brilliant on the part of the company, because what it does is it creates it basically makes chrono like the trade currency for the game, right? And so if you're a third party real money trade trader or seller, you could basically, they don't have to go after you. You can sell these on the third party market. Like, you buy them for $20 from the company, because they all have to come from them, because it's an in-game item and they don't drop in the game. It's not something you can get in the game and farm directly. But if you go on the third-party sites and have a look, like, you could buy these things for, like, depending on the server and when you catch them, and how the economy's looking, you can buy these things for, $6, $8 a piece, $5 a piece, whatever, what have you. I need more frames. Which completely undercuts the company, but they still get a piece of it, because all of them originated with them. So even though somebody's reselling that chrono for $5, someone somewhere at some point had to buy it from them for 20. So, like, they don't care. Like, they don't, that way that they, and it's the most desired item in the game, because it's now the default currency. It actually increases in value, whereas basically everything else decreases in value over time, depending on what server and what stage of the game it's in, etc., etc. So, and they're consumable. People eventually use these things to not just as currency, but to redeem game time. So they come out of the economy, and thus, necessitating the need for people to buy more of them. And some people will just go in and just buy a bunch of them just to be able to trade for the stuff they want in the game. and all of that. And it's actually, you know, and I gotta hand it to Sony and now Daybreak. It's a pretty brilliant system. You're talking about a 20-year-old game that they're trying to keep afloat. You know, we're in an era where everything's free to play. Nobody wants to pay a subscription fee, so it gives, you know, people an option. You know, I mean, I'm realistic about it. I'm not, you know, like some kid who like just thinks, you know, this isn't fair and make it how I want it to be, you know, in games, how, you know, so many gamers are. I'm not, you know, I'm not like that. I'm being realistic about the whole thing. The problem is these things have become a farmer's paradise in that game, especially when a new server comes out, because they're transferable between servers. So like Chrono on a regular live server is inordinately expensive because, like I said, over time they actually, you know, they're the only item that increases in value. So if you play on an existing server and a new server comes out, it's actually in your interest to go to the new server and farm Chrono to then transfer back over to your other server. Because, like, just to put it in perspective, you know, on a normal live server it may cost you, you know, 2 million platinum to buy a Chrono from another player, but in the first 3 days of a brand new server it'll cost you 300, 500 platinum to buy a Chrono from another player, which is a lot of money. And the reason it's so cheap is because nobody has any money in the early days of the server. But there are ways of getting platinum if you know what you're doing just from playing the game. And, you know, if you go and farm, you know, like rusty weapons and polish them and then sell them to vendors. I mean, that's not going to do it for you. I'm just using that as an example. You know, at one point you could farm bone chips and sell them to players when they could be used as a quest item to get experience, to get fast experience, you know, that kind of thing. And there are people who, like, literally their whole existence in life is to amass Chrono fortunes. And they will come to these new servers and just absolutely infest every camp, every item that you'd want to get for your character. There's some jackass playing whatever the overpowered class currently is. Boxing, you know, you'll have like 3 mages sitting on a spawn point. Absolutely, you know, people will shift play, you know, with their roommates and their spouses and whatnot, you know, like, so that, like, their crew of characters is always sitting on a spawn. You know, I mean, there's like one entire zone that like one guy locks down. I've seen it happen, and it took me a couple of new servers over the last couple of years to like figure out it was the same guy. There's this one guy that literally, for like the classic era of EverQuest, will lock down this one zone where a couple of key items for the early game drop, and he basically corners the market on it, and it is purely so he can collect Chrono. And you're talking about an 18-year-old game where everything's been figured out. I mean, so basically you've got 2 kinds of players that basically play. Well, 3. You've got... Oh, I'm out. You've got hardcore raiders, which come in all stripes. Well, raiders, which come in all stripes, from the hardcore to the casual. You know, a lot of people, a lot of middle-aged people now at this point, because it's such an old game, and people with families and, you know, and whatnot, and just normal people who want to play the game. And oh, there we go. I'm making generalizations, so, you know, take it with a grain of salt that I'm making generalizations here, but you know, and people that just want to play the game, and like like the absolute dregs of society who for some reason like because they make money from this. Like there are people who, because they farm the chrono and then sell them on the real money trade. Like it's just like it has just completely destroyed the game. I find it unplayable personally, because in case you couldn't tell from the way I've played this, I like to go get my own stuff. Like it's not just a matter of just collecting a bunch of items and then moving on to the next thing and constantly advancing your character. I want to constantly advance my character, but I want to do the camps myself. I want to go collect the stuff myself, and it just becomes impossible. And I've been playing that game since it released, you know, almost 20 years ago. I played it pretty hardcore for about a decade, most of a decade, about 8 years. And I've gone back, you know, here and there since, you know, for, you know, sometimes just a couple weeks just to check stuff out, sometimes for months at a time, you know, playing on new servers. You know, I think at one point I was back for like a year or two. I mean, you know, just that kind of thing. I love EQ. I've been around since the beginning. It's in many ways my game. But for what I enjoy from it's not just a matter of just going and like getting stuff and then raiding. Like, so many people are happy with that, and I'm happy for them. I'm glad that works for them. But I like to go camp my own stuff, and I like to be able to go camp my own stuff for my alternate characters too. I like to play a few tunes and all of that, and it has literally rendered the game unplayable. And I guess I'm really just bullshitting while doing what I'm doing here. But I guess it goes back to what we were discussing. Should I do a wood ceiling or should I do cobblestone? What do you think? I'm kind of thinking wood. Yeah, I'm gonna do wood. Oops. Yeah, it is. I mean, I've got it, but well, yeah. And then I can use that the rest of the stone I've got in the for concrete. Speaking of which, it's now 4 a.m. We can get back out in the world. Oops, not doing that. But I guess just talking about people having no decorum and just being a complete zoo at times. That's my, you know, EverQuest used to not be that way. And I sound like an old guy talking like this, but it's true. EverQuest used to be like you know, your reputation mattered and whatnot, and now nobody cares. Like it's just purely a matter of getting stuff to trade for chrono, and some people do it. I mean, you know, there are people who farm chrono and never sell any of them. I mean, it's just because they like to be rich in the game, and you know, and I'm down with that. I can see where that might be something you'd get into. It's just a different way of playing the game. But I don't know. like it was kind of a revolutionary game, like kind of the first big MMO. There were other MMOs before, but it was kind of the first one to really take it prime time, you know, with a first person view and a, you know, and 3D graphics. I mean, it was not true 3D, but it, you know, 3D for 90s 3D, you know, um and it was at that period of time where, you know, everybody was kind of in the, you know, before you know, before social networking and everything we have now, and cell phones and everything. And it was kind of, you know, obviously, I mean, by a good 10, 12 years. And, you know, it was sort of that stage where, like, it was kind of like the, you know, the, hey, look what I did on the internet era, you know. And it, you know, like, whole communities were formed. People got married. You know, people found their people they wound up marrying in EverQuest. You know, that kind of thing. And, like, you know, I mean, there are people I still game with to this day who I met in EverQuest years ago. And it just goes to show that, like, I mean, I don't know. It's just like the internet's amazing, and it's like also gone completely to shit recently, I think, in so many ways. There's no sense of decorum on the parts of so many people. Alright, so now we got to figure out what I'm going to do about the middle. Now, if I put, you know, back here is all going to be water. I mean, it doesn't have to be all of that. I'll probably just do a corner. Like, maybe, like, I mean, it needs to be like 3 by yeah. I'll do it like here. Oops. You know, kind of like that. So we can have storage all around these walls. I need to put a place for a bedroll, like, you know, in one of the corners probably. And this is going to be, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and I'll probably, like, do this kind of like that, with, like, flowing water coming off of it. So, I wonder, instead of doing solid blocks here, maybe do some columns, just to kind of make it look like something. I don't know. It's early in the morning. 3:16. Oh, no, I'm in game. In fact, I'm going to pause this because the timer's running. I'm in game. It was like 4 something. I don't know, what time is it here actually. It is 6:30 in the morning here, actually. I mean, I guess there's nothing about a column, especially if I do 100 pillar, that would keep me. That would keep me from attaching storage to it, I guess. I don't know. I'm overthinking this. Probably, but it's early. Just kind of having some fun with it. Well, now here's okay. Here's one way to look at it. If I stick a ladder, I don't offhand. I could go, you know, like when we take a break, I can go look at the replay and see. Take this out. Shit, wrong one. Okay, well that works fine. Yeah. We're gonna do Yeah, I don't mind. I do a little thing every. That's another thing. It takes me so long to get back on stream sometimes. Is I will go deal with the YouTube upload and stuff. So I can look. I think it was sometime like Friday. You know, today being Sunday in real time. So whenever, sometime in the last game week, I think. Just curious, why do you ask? Oh, gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, yeah, it is a lot of work, but I don't know. I had fun doing it. I had a lot of fun with it, actually. This is what makes this game fun. Like, now that I'm apparently into zombie games, people have recommended Dying Light, which I may check out as far as like zombie survival games and stuff like that. But I'm not entirely sure how into it I'll get because there's no building. I think the building and all the little mundane stuff in this game is what makes it so cool in a lot of ways. Yeah, I honestly have just seen like little snippets of video of it. Like you say it looks pretty cool. Thought about grabbing it. I kind of need a little change of pace, and I keep saying that, but I keep playing this game because I'm just hooked on this game. I'm not sure that I really need to start anything new because the new Assassin's Creed comes out, but that's still another 6 weeks out, so there's time to play another game before then. I picked up State of Decay, the remaster, and played it for 20 minutes, and it was just very 360-ish, very last gen. Looked really cool, but it was very last gen, and I came right back and started playing this again. What, Dying Light? Like, it's on sale right now? When we break from this stream, I'm gonna go check it out. What do you think? That looks pretty cool, huh? Oh, State of Decay. Yeah, it might be. I think I might have seen that too. That sucks because I think I paid full price for it. I don't know. It was a couple weeks ago when I got it. There's a new one coming. Is why I was curious about it, and the new one looks freaking awesome. You like that? I think it looks pretty cool. Definitely mixes it up a little bit. And then the water pool's going to go over here. Now, I can't decide if I want to make this too deep coming off of there or bring this all the way out and make it 3. I don't think it really matters. I just don't want to build it and then find out that it matters. Because you can't temporary that. Once you get water down, you got water down. You know what I mean? It's like, I mean, you could conceivably make buckets and get it all out, and then move something, but that's a pain in the ass. And buckets cost like eight iron, forged iron each, and I don't want to get into all that. No, I think this should do it. And then I could maybe even put ramps here or steps. Steps would be cool. And see, that way if you get overheated down bottom, you can come up here and sit in the water. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Let's see. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need 11 cobblestone frames. Oops. This interior one could be wood, but I'll do cobblestone just to... What do you think for steps? Wood or cobblestone? I could go either way. Alright, well it's 8 a.m. We can decide that later, I think. Yeah, it kind of came together nicely, huh? And it'll look better when it gets filled out with stuff. I find way too much cobblestone is a little busy. But, I think this is gonna be great. And I'm glad Angie told me about the 4 levels for storage thing. I never even thought about that. I always just assumed it would be too high. You think wood going up to it? I think maybe so too. Oh wait, wrong space. Or is it? No. Yeah, that's it. There we go. What the hell? There we go. Going up, making my ceilings, like the actual ceiling block, 5 blocks up instead of 4, giving you a 4 block height in the room, and you can put storage up around the top, and you can still reach it while standing on the floor. I never thought about that. I always assumed 3 spaces would be it. What is going on with this? I think I'm getting a little like weird lag or something, because like I'm not able to really nerd pole very well. I was getting some strange little weird lag before too. See how it keeps dropping me? Do you hear zombies? Like I hear tons of zombies. That's conceivably not good. They're redecorating the exterior of my base. Guess we will investigate. Hello? This guy looks like he's had a rough day. Nice. I'm gonna have to come out here and repair barbed wire again. Like, what possesses them to go right at your defenses? Like, when there's, like, they didn't even have aggro on me. Like, they just come rolling through. Hey, I'm gonna go run through some spikes and everything, even though I could just go completely around this. Spikes and barbed wire, even though I could just go completely around the other side. I forgot to eat. Oh wait, I can eat over at the farmhouse. God, every time. This is why I always use frames. Like, I could just walk up, or I could just crawl up here, but instead I'll just go swimming through the 2 spaces wide of barbed wire. You know what? I wonder if this got kicked up when I didn't kill all the zombies last night from over there. If they came over and got on the base from that. Birds' nests have not that one. Have respawned. Which is kind of cool. something. You got a new mod, and so then they took over. That's always fun, stuff like that. I've never run into that in Discord exactly, but just stuff like that. concentrate on something. Overheating, overheating, overheating. And then you want me to change it again in a minute. Oops. Cool, man. I guess I could be doing this at night and doing something productive outside during the day, but I want to get this done. That's what I was worried about. Oh yeah, it worked. You had to head off a robbery. Actually, I should laugh. You work security, but I guess that's in the realm of possibility, huh? What do you think? I had to make buckets because I overdid it and it started leaking. But I think this got it. I think this looks good. I'm gonna come down here sometime and the whole bottom floor is gonna be full of water. You watch. I had to pull that block out up here. It was kind of screwing everything up. I guess it doesn't work that way off one block. It's got to have sides, which I think also is why it filled in to here. I'm afraid to go down there. No, looks good. Looks good. Come down here sometime and the whole thing's underwater. All right, so the basement's set. We just need a ladder. 4 o'clock. I just kind of screwed around all day today with this. But you know, it's like it's not such a huge rush anymore now that the base is built. You know what I mean? You can kind of unclench and do stuff, kind of do whatever you want. Like it's not like, oh, I gotta go get food today. I gotta go build. Like literally for like the better part of a month. Well, for like 2 or 3 weeks, game time, I've been like really stressing getting the base up, basically, because I farmed most of those first 2 weeks, and then when I got that crawler, or I got the spider on the 14-day horde, I was like, oh holy cow! Like I haven't even like started a real base yet. And after all of that, I still haven't seen a cop, which is kind of funny. I hear more zombies. Like, why do you keep showing up at my base? We're not pulling any heat. I mean, I got one forge running and a cement mixer. It's not like there's a screamer. And they're just dancing through my spikes. It's like, oh hey, I'll just come hang out in your spikes and in your barbed wire. Oh. Thought I heard somebody walking. Somebody actually able to use their legs. Have you found a spike club schematic yet in your game, Jay? Awesome. I highly recommend getting one at your earliest opportunity. Okay, now this is a wandering horde. And look at them. They're all headed right towards my base. Like these aren't. Like these couple are coming towards. Oh, okay. Yeah, over here. Over here. Not the spikes I have to repair. Over here. Oh, see what's going right at them. Right at the spikes. Unbelievable. I think my next base is going to be a... well, the reinforced club's pretty freaking good too, but the spike club's just ridiculously OP. I think my next base is going to be a drop. I'm going to put all the work into putting a nice drop pit in. And I'm not going to have any of this stuff out here that I have to repair, because I get tired of repairing it. At least with a drop pit, it's all like in your base, and if they want to screw up your base, they can fall in your pit and land on your spikes. And it's not all this sea of spikes and barbed wire that I've got to fix. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining. It's not like I don't like my base, but it's just I mean, did you see that? That guy just crawled right over there. Look at him. Like the whole rest of the wandering horde came at me, and he's like, "Oh, I'll just go hang out over here on the stuff you have to repair." So that was it. You just died on my barbed wire. I think there's one. I think I have to repair this. No. Okay, what time is it? It's 5 o'clock. I bet I can get around this. Or if I've got enough materials for it, that is. Clean up corpses. Like you'd think I just had a horde night out here. I mean, I guess I'm not complaining. I shouldn't complain. It's like loot and stuff, but still. Ooh, I just got a beaker. That's actually really great. Okay, I'll stop bitching now. You need a couple of those for the chemistry chemistry set. Yeah, have you had any luck with any cool schematics in your game? And how far along are you now? I don't like. I mean, you just did your 7-day horde. I think you said. You're pretty. That's pretty early, at least for me. I don't know. God, a lot of people are like up and running in steel and concrete by day 7, which is crazy. I might try one where I try to rush all that stuff, but I'm not sure how to juggle it necessarily. Like, you just like scavenge like hardcore the first few days, and then put all your skills into that. I don't know. Like, it kills me not to go for Tyrannosaurus early on, because like stamina is everything. Your ability to run, everything. And I like getting those food ones, but I keep being told that those are a waste early on because there's so much food everywhere if you scavenge, and I guess I just need to scavenge more. Which, if I kind of go back to sort of my pattern for starting a game, like, I'm on track, but a lot of the stuff I do early on is because I was doing it when I started early on, like back when I wasn't able to kill zombies because I didn't know to spam craft and just was kind of afraid of zombies. Like I was telling Buddha the other night. So a lot of my early habits are based off of that, and I've moved beyond all of that, but I still do those same early habits. So I wonder if I should like approach it differently, and now that I know how to kill zombies and know how to get my skills up to kill zombies and go all out scavenging early on. I don't know, I'm not quitting this. I know I was telling that guy yesterday that I'm kind of itching to play a new one, but I'm kind of itching to play a new one a little bit. But I want to see this one through. I want to like get at least some sort of state of completion. I kind of want to see like more of this map because there's a whole nother town I haven't explored. And once I get the base set up, like I can kind of unclench and go explore like the whole thing and like just do nothing but explore and to come back for hordes. I figure I got like another week or so of dealing with all this. Week or two maybe. I started a mine to try to get a bunch of iron, and honestly I think just going around whacking surface stones and boulders goes faster. At least at this point. Yeah, well you're early on yet. I don't think I got mine until shoot. Actually, I don't remember when I got mine. Actually, I got my Spy Club schematic pretty early, but then I got like 6 of I've gotten like literally 6 of them. I know, 6, maybe 7. Which is kind of crazy. I mean, think of all the other schematics I could be getting. You just need one. A mini bike would be fantissimo. Although, I kind of got enough to chew on right now that I don't really need to deal with building a mini bike. But I kind of want to, because I've never really done it legit. I've done it in creative, which, you know, really is not the same thing. And I like to get a feel for the flow of that. Sweet. Well, that's one more ring done. Look at all these corpses. It's crazy. Didn't know there was what? Actually, yeah. Oh. I'll take it. I thought that was mini bike, but hunting knife I'll take. I thought it was too. That's all right. I'll take it. I will take it. That's coming with us. That's coming with us. That's coming. That's coming. That's coming. That'll go, that'll go, that'll go, that'll go, that'll go. This can go, this can go. That can go. Leather. I'd really like to take it all, but I hate more corpses. I hate to say it, but when all is said, damn it. You know what? I'll deal with it later. When all is said and done, it's the inventory situation that's gonna do me on this game. I hate to say it, and I carry too much around with me, and I need to start clearing out some stuff. I guess I don't. At a point, I don't need to carry stone and plant fibers and all that, but I like to be able to make. I don't know. It seems like just it makes everything, but I guess at this point, once you got all your regular tools, you don't really need that stuff. You just keep it at the base in case you die, and then you can make that stuff. But the inventory situation and lack of it is growing old. Like, I don't know. Maybe it'll get better when I get better organized and I get boxes set up in the base, in the real base now. But it's like I could probably spend an afternoon. I could probably spend 2 days sorting through the 5 boxes I have around. You know what I mean? And that's kind of ridiculous. See, that's sweet. I have 5 beakers now. There's another one over in this other campfire, which means I can make a chemistry table. I mean, theoretically, there's other stuff you need. You know what? I'll wait. You know, why wait? I'm bringing the stuff for forges. No. That's how I played for the longest time. I just upped it on this because I was going to be streaming and I wanted to be a bit more hardcore. Actually, no, I dropped tool belt only for the longest time. Was how I did it. Which is actually, early game is actually like tons easier because you don't, I mean, none of your tools are really all that important. You make them all, you know what I mean? I got an auger blade. I forgot about that. I got that real early too. I got that like the first like 2 days. I've never used an auger in this game. But you know what I mean? Like if you've got all your stone and wood and plant fibers in your inventory, you know, you die. What do you lose? You lose a bone shiv, a bow, which you can make from that stuff, a club, which you can make from that stuff, a shovel, which you can make from that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it's. So I was playing on even easier mode than you, in my opinion, with the drop in the pack. Is that finally all of them? Oh no, your bag glitched? Like when you say it glitched, is like it just disappeared, or like you weren't able to loot it? Like what happened? Ah, that sucks. Was it a? Oh, I forgot to eat. I think. Was it a game ender? Like, was it the kind of thing that like would have made you start over if you weren't playing with her, or was it? I mean, I've had deaths like early game where it was just kind of like, okay, well that was no big deal. There was nothing really. I had like where you just left the house or something, or you just hadn't really looted anything all that important, and you know you could replace all your tools and stuff. Or was it like nuclear bomb of just, oh that sucks, I just lost everything kind of thing? I'm gonna go down and check on the water situation down here. And we've been building for pretty much a solid, I don't know, week or two. And it'll probably just be tonight because I really do need to get a ladder put in here because this is kind of getting a little old. I mean, it's not, I don't really hate it, but it's just not the easiest way to get up and down. It's a little, it's a little ghetto. But I think tonight I'm gonna spam craft. So it's looking pretty cool, I guess. I just wanted to get that off that wall. Now I'm breathing a little easier. So I guess if you just get water like right here in the corners, it'll always refill and you won't have to worry about it. Like it just flows. And I think we're good on any possible leakage or anything. I think. I hope. I think this looks pretty good. I should probably get some torches out down here. This is what it looks like without my headlamp on, without my mining helmet. And I was thinking, you got all that room down there. You could go ahead and move your uh, your bedroll. Well, and then I was like, no, not until you get some torches up, and most importantly, not until you get a ladder up. You imagine respawning down here and this whole thing full of frames? Like you'd have to like pull frames, jump, pull a frame, jump. It depends on you got to just make sure it's you got to use full blocks. That's what I always had leak was because I tried to get fancy and use ramps and stuff that I thought looked cool. You got to use full blocks, but wood is fine. I got that whole pool on top of the farmhouse. It's all wood. There's no. I think I hear zombies again. You know what? I'm breaking down and sticking another drop box in here. One more thing to sort through, I guess, but that's alright, I need it. In fact, grab I already had one. I already got a couple actually. Resources. I haven't done this in like over a week, maybe 2. Spam crafting. I got 10 quality points to go. I kind of like to get it done. What time is it? Testing sound. There we go. I wonder if shovels are faster. The first one of the last load, well, I don't know that to be the case necessarily. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so we got 13 at 92 so far. Fourteen, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 7, 38, 39, 40, 42, 43, 44, 45. $46, $47, $48, $49, $50, $51, $52, $53. Okay, so 53. Well, this really isn't, the comparison probably won't work. Well, okay, well, you know what? All right, I'm going to stop it. Because it changes by skill, so it's going to go up anyway, but it'll give us an idea. So 53 on axes to get one level higher. We'll do shovels now. Well, I'm in the 490s right now, so the slowest it's ever going to be, I guess. I hear more zombies. Oh no, that's not that's something. That's like a squirrel raising hell outside or something. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. That was a zombie. 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. What are they doing? 41, 42, 43, 43 compared to 53. So I guess it is faster. They don't detect me. I'm not doing anything. There's no... Is the forge even running? No, the forge isn't running. The only thing running down here is the cement mixer. And it's not even... Yeah, it's running. But the cement mixers are way low on heat, I think. So it would seem shovels are indeed faster. Like, listen to that. It sounds like they're absolutely like rearranging the entire outside of this place. Like, yeah, we won't walk down this road next to the area that can kill us. We'll just roll through some spikes. Like, I wasn't even here. I was downstairs. Like, yeah, but why do they go right for your spikes every time? I don't get that. Like, they do it over at the farmhouse, too. Like, they could walk 5 steps to the side. Like, that thing's only like 6 blocks wide or something. They could just walk right to the side and not hit spikes. I mean, I guess it's not a huge deal. It's just like, it's like, what's the point of building this stuff if all you're gonna do is kill these things and then make repairs? It just, I mean, I guess that's the point, but I don't know. Like, I love this game, but some of the bullshit parts of it are kind of starting to get on my nerves a little bit. Like the fact that there are like 500 lootable items in abundance and you have 32 inventory slots. I don't know. It's just morning and I'm being grouchy, I guess. But it's like that's like since I started this stream, which I need to reset actually. I've been on for over 3 hours, like 3.5 hours. But since I started this one, like it's just been one constant, like just one constant flow of zombies past this base, and they don't skip the base. Like, I won't even be here, and they walk right through the spikes and the barbed wire. Most particularly the barbed wire. That's annoying, because that all has to be fixed. Some nice ammo though from this, I gotta say. Also, there's something I'm kind of curious about. Now that I got a bunch of pistols laying around, can you combine in a workbench? Can you combine like pistols in a workbench, or do you have to disassemble them and combine the parts? Yeah, it's not letting me put it in there. Guess that answers my question. I don't have the schematic for pistols yet, so apparently. So there you go. Anyway, sorry to sit here and bitch and moan. I've probably been playing too much. It's probably my problem. And the little stuff's starting to get to me a little bit. Because I love this game. I think today we're going to go dig sand and get more stone. Sand and stone is the order of the day today. Because I don't think that's enough to go all the way around that outer ring. And it's day 39. Look at that. Skill 99. Because today is day 39 and we've got a horde on 42. So in 2 days. And I kind of want to get that done. Yeah. Three days. I do one more load of these. Can't help myself. Very cool. I I might. You know what? I think I am. I'm gonna stop this in a minute because I've been casting for like 3.5 hours. I can't believe it's been that long, but it has 219 minutes. Yeah. Going on, well, another 20 minutes would be like 4 hours. So over 2.5, over 3.5 hours. So I should probably switch it before it crashes. And I'm gonna sit here and do this. It's now almost 5 a.m. I need to get rolling because I want to go get a bunch of sand today and some more stone so I can get a bunch more concrete rolling to finish upgrading at least those outer walkways, which really isn't the biggest deal, but I'd like to get it done. Yeah, I think usually you've got about like really 5 hours, I think. But I had one after Horde Night, not this past one, but the one before, um, where I like it crashed after about 90 minutes. Really want to finish this off. Oops. Yeah. Was it a single player or was it multiplayer? I find multiplayer is a lot more volatile, a lot more prone to that. And I don't know if it was, the guys I was playing with, they had slow internet or whatever. I think it's just the game. I mean, it's console. It's not like everybody's got crazy different hardware or anything like that. Yeah, yeah, I think those are more prone to it. One more point. Wasting daylight, but I'm at the end of this. Finally at the end of this. Check it out. Purple tools, baby. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked. I gotta do that with weapons now, and get a bunch of steel together and combine them in the workbench. Awesome. Awesome. Well, I'm gonna stop it there just because I'm going on 4 hours casting this, and take a quick break. Do a couple things. I'll probably be back in like 15, 20 minutes, maybe 30. Thanks for joining, guys. I saw some folks just came in. Thanks for joining. Sorry to cut this short. Got a full day. We got to go get a bunch of sand to make more concrete, and a bunch of stone to make more cement for concrete, and stone for concrete, etc., etc. So we got a busy day, but I do need to reset this, so I will catch you guys shortly. Thanks for joining. See you, Jay.